So this reporting is so reckless and so horrifying from a law enforcement standpoint. And if people call in tips to an outlet like TMZ, they should be not reporting publicly on it. They should be communicating with the FBI directly. And they keep saying that they've been trying to communicate with the FBI and the FBI has ghosted them. Harvey Levin's words. I wonder why they're ghosting them, because they're spewing out all the information and they're creating extra work perhaps for the FBI with copycats.
This communication seems to be coming from the same person or persons, and that with each subsequent communication, the enticement gets greater and the price gets lower. They keep telling TMZ that they have more information. Now it's video that we're hearing about for the first time.
Nancy Guthrie ransom notes, emails that are coming into TMZ and what's been reported in a very firestorm flurry of information and people out there speaking about this. You know, if people are sending in tips and TMZ and Harvey and Charles, they have a tip line, their own tip line. And if people call in tips to an outlet like TMZ, they should be not reporting publicly on it. They should be communicating with the FBI directly. And they keep saying that they've been trying to communicate with the FBI and the FBI has ghosted them. Harvey Levin's words. I wonder why they're ghosting them, because they're spewing out all the information and they're creating extra work perhaps for the FBI with copycats, with people who say, I want to have my 2 minutes of fame on the internet, on TV. TMZ is talking about this night and day, and many other news outlets and many people all across social media. It's not helpful for the case. If they, in fact, truly believe that they have somebody who knows something or has a video as the report in their communications, then that should have been just given over to the FBI and they shouldn't even have spoke about it. That's our opinion from retired investigators. I know everybody has their own opinion. We value it. We respect it. The co-executive producer, or whatever his title is, this guy, Charles, 4 months ago on February 18th, he stated to a live audience on TMZ and on a whole media blitz that they will not be reporting on any more communication from anybody who contacts them. And that, I got to throw the bullshit flag there, because they did nothing but that. They did the exact opposite. They did everything but that. They communicated and reported on it on a regular basis. And it's not helpful. It's not helpful at all. If they really want to help to have a hand in this case, they're going about it the wrong way. This is from February 18th. This is the co-executive producer, whatever his title is. I don't even care. TMZ, in my opinion, is like the National Enquirer. It's just garbage. Let us know what you think down below in the comment section, how you feel about it. And just because we feel that way doesn't mean that, you know, that's how you have to feel. We want to hear what you think.
Now, TMZ has gotten a number of whether ransom notes or just some kook. Anything going on today with that?
We have not received anything. And actually, you know, we've decided, Rosanna, that at least as far as this person who claims to know the whereabouts of the kidnapper and the identity of the kidnappers, you know, they've said that they have this information, that they're going to provide it. If they do, we, of course, will give that to the FBI. But we're not going to report any more of what this person is requesting and what they claim to know, when they claim to know it.
Bullshit. That's February 18th. This statement is an outright lie, because they did everything but be quiet about it. They have gone on the air time and time again and spewed every communique that they've received from this individual. And Harvey Levin even went on just as early as 2 days ago and said, oh, you know, I proposed an offer to the FBI that we would do a documentary or a docuseries, and we would pay the Bitcoin that he's asking for just to see if it's real. That's not how it works. You hand it over to the FBI and you let them deal with it, not TMZ.
It's kind of like, look, if we keep doing that and then they do actually send the information, we certainly don't want to tip off the kidnappers that that information has been shared. So that's not something we're going to be reporting going forward. Obviously, we are going to still give information to the FBI. If it leads to the capture of the kidnappers, then we would be the public record of the fact that that person provided that information. So at that point, we would report it. But
that makes
for now, we're going radio silent with this guy.
Yeah.
We're going radio silent. I'm pointing this out because the internet has a short attention span and we have short-term memory loss, right? This happened 4 months ago. This statement was made. And so many people, not everybody, but so many people forget about it and just completely forget about it. And now we fast forward to yesterday. This is a comparison from February 18th to yesterday. And here, take a listen.
June 26th, and we have received another email from the man who says he knows who Nancy Guthrie's kidnappers are and can lead the FBI to those kidnappers for 1 Bitcoin. So the man writes that he has clearly been following things we've been saying, questioning the FBI telling us that the person who wrote this might be a female. The person does not say he's a male for sure, but he puts a big question mark there. And then also puts a question mark where we say we might be doing a documentary. So he says in this email that he is not, as he puts it, I am not the idiot who recently called in a tip about her burial site in Mexico. He goes on to say, only 2 are directly involved, and I doubt they would be the ones calling to snitch on themselves. So he has said to...
I feel that this guy's a kook. I'm not talking about Harvey. I'm talking about the guy who's writing in, is watching, obviously, all the reporting. And if you ask him for 1 Bitcoin, which is about 60 grand, why are you asking for 1 Bitcoin when there's a $1.2 million award? Why are you asking for 60 grand in Bitcoin? Okay, I get about the anonymity, being anonymous and so on and so forth. But that being said, if you look at what he's saying here, he sounds like a true crime enthusiast that's following this and is just making up stories. It's just my opinion. You let me know what you think in the comments section. But here's Harvey talking just yesterday when on February 18th, his co-executive producer, Charles, said, we're going radio silence. I think not.
Us before that there were multiple kidnappers and there was a main kidnapper, but definitely plural kidnappers. He has said that before. In this email, which, by the way, we have sent to the FBI, he says that he has video. He has video of Nancy Guthrie with the main kidnapper on what probably would be the last day of her life. That's the way he puts it here. He says, while what it contains is my definition of delivering it on a silver platter, a short video of the main guy with Nancy the day that was probably her last. He also says that he has names, addresses, phone numbers of the kidnappers. Now, he says he has that video in a phone and the phone is turned off. It is in a secure, secret location, but a location easy to find if you know where to look. That's what he says. He doesn't say a safe deposit box, but he says easy to find if you know where to look. And he says that if he gets a Bitcoin, he will deliver, as he puts it, on a silver platter, exactly how to get access.
So this reporting is so reckless and so horrifying from a law enforcement standpoint. It's no wonder the FBI has ghosted you, Harvey. And again, this is not helpful. This is helpful for his network. This is helpful for his ratings. This is helpful for people who want to hear a bunch of ooh and ah and bullshit. But this doesn't help. This just creates more people to come out of the woodwork to make up stories. And now all of a sudden they're going to be like, well, if they're entertaining this guy, they're going to have to entertain me. So that's one of the primary reasons why, if they would have stuck to their February 18th statement, they would have been helpful. But by doing what they're doing here, it's not helping to find who murdered Nancy Guthrie, who's responsible for it. So I want to hear what you guys have to say. Let us know in the comment section down below. TMZ is a joke. This is, if this was my family, I would be suing them. I would put a lawsuit against them for whatever I could. This is a travesty of justice, in my opinion, and the more people that do stupid shit like this, the more difficult it gets to get to the answers. So let me know what you think in the comments. Please like and subscribe and leave us a message. We'll speak soon. Love and respect from CrimeTime with DutyRon and Ed Wallace.